Here is what I want the Republican members of the House and the Senate to understand, and these so-called moderate Democrats. You're going to be put to the test on this, all of you. There's a very foul mood in this country. The federal government, this massive leviathan, is putting people out of work. It's taking their homes from them. More government is not good government. More government is bad government. We have a president of the United States who lies to us repeatedly, lies to us every day, who's completely out of control, always looking for ways to evade the Constitution, to advance his hard left agenda. We have people like Harry Reid, who to me sounds half the time like he has dementia. I'm just being honest with you. I don't know whether he does or not, but a test is in order. I'm very serious about this. Then we have Broomhilda over there in the House. Broomhilda, that's right, Nancy Stretch Pelosi. Made $10, $12, $15 million last year. Nobody can figure out how. Talking about raising taxes on millionaires and billionaires when she's talking about the little people. All the rest of us know is this damn government is completely out of control. There are too many buildings, too many bureaucrats, too many regulations, and too damn many taxes. And we want it to stop now, and we want it to be rolled back. We have lightweight, left-wing commentators telling us that the Constitution is dead, and they tell us it's dead by telling us it's living and breathing. They mock us. They dismiss us. And I just want to make it as clear as I can, based on the feedback I get. And as a talk show host, there is no better feedback than what a talk show host gets. These are national town hall meetings, every damn show. We are broadcasting on AM. We are broadcasting on FM. We are broadcasting on satellite. We are broadcasting on the Internet. We are broadcasting on iPhones. We are on every platform imaginable to reach the American people, and they are on every platform imaginable to get back to me. And I'm just telling you, if you Republicans hold firm on taxes, you will have our support. If you hold firm on slashing government, and remember, you're slashing the Obama increases, the trillions of dollars that he's increased federal spending, you will have our support. We will turn out on Election Day. We will man the polling places. Screw the Republican Party. We will show up. We will get you reelected if you hold firm, if you do what's right. And most of all, we want to vote on that constitutional amendment. We want markers. We want a roll call vote. We want to know who votes up and who votes down so we can throw their asses out if they voted down. Smoke these people out. You will have our support if you support us. If you don't, you will have awakened a giant. Now, one other point. We're not stupid. There is no reason for our economic system to collapse on August 2nd. Oh, it's going to collapse if this keeps up, meaning the spending. But I'm talking about the fear tactics of this president, his chorus in the liberal media, and all the other hacks, the phony economists. We all know that this government takes in about $175 billion a month. We all know that it can prioritize the executive branch, the spending, and we believe, as Professor Michael McConnell has pointed out, former circuit court judge, that the 14th Amendment actually compels the President of the United States to pay down the debt first. And then whatever's left, and there's still a substantial amount left, he can prioritize in the executive branch what gets paid. We are well aware that this president will cut off Social Security checks. We are well aware that this president will cut off Medicare payments. We are well aware who we are dealing with, what he is up to, and it's no damn good. What I am saying, you have this president where you want him. Don't listen to the editorial pages of the New York Slimes and the Washington Compost. Close your ears to the phony economists who are really political hacks. Get your message out. Get it out effectively. Get it out many times every day. Have a truth squad. Every time this president opens his mouth, he's lying. Have a truth squad. Get it out there. And explain to the American people. We are only in this position today because last year, this president and his Congress, he owned the whole city back then of Washington, D.C., this president and his Congress knowingly and intentionally, or maybe I'll throw in a criminal term, and premeditatedly spent more money than Congress had authorized, and now we're up against the ceiling. They did this, and they did it intentionally. If they keep getting away with this, the society will in fact collapse. Take his record and repeatedly rub his nose in it. This is his record. This is what he's done. He says today, while he's twitting, who is twitting? Tweeting, I don't give a damn. He says today he didn't know it was as bad as it was. He's a liar. Time and again he said this is the worst economy since the Great Depression. The problem was his response was not aimed at reviving the economy. His response was aimed at instituting radical agendas that had been the desire of the left for over a century. Government-run health care. Government-run health care. As old as Theodore Roosevelt himself. As old as Woodrow Wilson himself. This was their chance. You see, ladies and gentlemen, they had 60 senators and an overwhelming majority in the House. From Obama's perspective and Pelosi's and Reid's too, they were either going to advance their goal of putting a final nail in the coffin of constitutionalism and advancing big government socialism, or they were not. They seized what they considered the opportunity that rarely comes along, where they have supermajorities in the House and the Senate and the presidency. These temporary politicians to make these changes. That's what they did. Has nothing to do with what he inherited. Has nothing to do how bad the economy was. Has nothing to do with him now saying he didn't know it was as bad. His reaction, his policies, had nothing to do with addressing the economy. A stimulus bill that was supposed to build roads and bridges didn't build roads and bridges. He pissed it away. He filled the campaign coffers of his allies. Massive grants and subsidies. Pinpointed. Not to help the country. To help him and his party and his agenda. That's why there's no jobs. Government-run health care. To have maximum control over you, the individual. Literally your physical body, your body. They've always wanted this. Always. Now they think they have it. The individual mandate. Have you ever heard of anything like this? What did the individual mandate have to do with fixing the economy? Government seizing the power to tell you how to live. That's what that individual mandate is. What the hell did that have to do with creating jobs? Nothing. They're instituting, as I speak, global warming regulations over there at the Environmental Protection Agency. It has nothing to do with global warming. Nothing. But it empowers a bureaucracy to manage our economy by managing the air. What did that have to do with creating jobs? Nothing. He says he inherited economy. He didn't know how bad it was. What a contemptible liar. Everything he did, none of it, had anything to do with improving the lot of the families in this country. I don't care what political party you belong to. I don't care what your ideology is. I don't care if you're gay or straight. I don't care if you're black or white or brown or yellow or red. Doesn't matter. It affects all of us. This is the most irresponsible president in my lifetime. And he gets up there and and today again with the corporate jets, he thinks you're so stupid that you're going to be blinded by jealousy and hate and the corporate jets. What the hell do corporate jets have to do with anything? Nothing. He just thinks you're suckers. Do you want to know why he thinks you're a sucker? Because many of you voted for him and elected him president of the United States. He knows you're a sucker. He thinks he can sell you anything. In your political calculations, I want you to understand that there's a growing anger in this nation about what's been done to our liberty and our private property and what's being done to our children. You have got to break this cycle. You must distance yourself from the media, from the establishment within the Beltway, and you must start to pay attention. I fear you still do not understand what's going on out in the country. You saw this massive election in November. There's going to be another one. We're going to throw out the left-wing Democrats in the Senate. We're going to do it. The Republicans in the House who deserve re-election will be re-elected. Those who don't, whether they're freshmen or not, they won't be re-elected. We're going to do everything possible to change the presidency and to elect a conservative. We're having to fight the Republican establishment. We're having to fight the Republican obstacles and the media. But this is our goal. This is our intent. We're not doing it for you, Senator McConnell. We're not doing it for you, Speaker Boehner. We're doing it for us, for children yet born. We're doing it to save this society. This president is diabolical. He's going to try and wait till the last minute. He's going to try and create a crisis. He's going to try and stare you down. Either stare back or turn away. Just don't blink. And then don't turn back.